Hello survivors and welcome to another The Spell Brigade video. In today's video we're back in hardcore and I am going to be trying to do it on Rocky Road. I think it's one of the only skills. I think Magic Missile was the other one, but it's some of the only skills that I haven't started with in hardcore. The reason for it is it's just a really bad skill. So let's see what happens. I'll go for damage rate. We're not really that interested in what, spell size, especially since last time we landed up getting ourselves the Ice Infusion on it and it was the worst decision ever. So I'm actually probably a lot happier to get Acid would be really, really good. I think Fire would be really good on Rocky Road. Let me know what you guys think about it. Also, make sure you watch the entirety of this video. I do want to see here, if we push control now, they did add more, information to it. So damage rate, is the amount needed to recast the spell, the low one. So it is literally cooldown reduction for the skill. That's what the spell damage rate is. The spell size is the amount of time cast remains active, so its duration essentially. So I don't know why they don't just call it increased duration by 10% and increased cooldown by 10%. It really doesn't. Why call it that? Where this one's also damage, maybe they'll change the wording for that. I don't know personally. They could just change the wording to cooldown and duration, where if you hold down control, that the information you get from them. So why make things more complicated? If you wanted, I guess it's because they wanted it to be like, okay, well, if you increase the spell size, you're increasing the length of the spell, but then rather just say increase the spell size. I don't know how you would. There must be a better way of doing it. Maybe they didn't want to say increased duration because increased spell size is what you use as a wording for all the other kind of skills as well. So why change it? And then also when you reduce the cooldown of the spell, it increases the spell hit rate, and that's why they said hit rate instead of cooldown. But I think that also added slight confusion to people when they read it. They're like, oh, what does this actually do for the skill? Is it the cooldown? Is it just going to hit more? Like, what is its effect actually doing? So it did bring about a little bit of confusion. I guess having that active knowledge is very, very helpful there in somewhat sense. I didn't really want to use Rune Burst here, because I wanted to try and get, but we are going to use it. The skill itself isn't very, very amazing, but I think we can get some really interesting things going. So let's see what happens. I know a lot of people say if you get the increased duration or the range, you can do some weird and wonderful things, but we'll see how that goes. I need to try and focus here so we don't take unnecessary damage. The only problem with this skill typically is the fact that if I land up getting a sacrifice now or a seal the rift is okay. You don't have to kill things for it. But obviously it makes it a bit harder if you don't kill things because you've got more to deal with. But if we get a sacrifice altar, I think we're in a bit of trouble. Luckily we did take Rune Burst. Okay, increase the damage. That's beautiful. Oh, look, we get a sacrifice one. That's just wonderful. We do have Laugh for it. We don't have Laugh for it anymore. We did have Laugh for it. Okay. Let's increase our critical hit chance. That was a legendary. I'm happy to take it. It increases the crit of everything. So it makes sense to do it. But we landed up getting a sacrifice altar, the worst objective we could have got for this run. I don't know, that's just terrible. Let's just see what happens. Luckily we took Rune Burst, otherwise we would be in a lot of trouble here for this. I mean, we still are kind of in a lot of trouble for it, so not that that made it any better, but at least we can kind of kill things. I'm going to go with movement speed. Obviously, being able to move faster with the skill is better for us. And then I'm actually going to die here. The reason for it is because we don't have a lot of life, so we wouldn't be able to reroll. And at least now we can do the reroll and not really worry about it too much. So let's see, we did level up there. We'll increase the spell damage. Here's the augment. We get deals more damage at the end of the trail. So that's the thing that we would be looking for. I don't know if I really wanted this one, but we'll take it. We'll see what happens. I do like the visual change of the skill. You can actually see it becomes a lot bigger. So therefore, you know, you get that. I'm going to take the luck over here first because it was epic. I do know we miss out on the infusion now, which isn't really such a big deal. We do get a lot of XP as well, so it's not the end of the world. And then things like, the only reason I say we don't want to get a lot of duration on the skill is because of the size. So because it deals more damage at the end of it, if we keep the size of it lower, then obviously we're able to control that a little bit more. That's my thinking, at least. I could be completely wrong. We do get lightning. That's beautiful to see. So that's going to be really, really good. I think it's probably also a very, very good lightning skill. So I'm actually very happy we got lightning because it hits so often and it hits so many enemies. Lightning spreading from it is actually really, really good. So now if we get spell hit rates, it's actually very, very, very strong on this. We just got to get spell hit rate and more damage and maybe duration now because we've got lightning. But we're just going to run circles around them, or maybe we must just run around them. There's a haste. So now we know that the cooldown is going to be the spell hit rate. We've discovered this thanks to the wording, and that's what cooldown does to it. So it's spell hit rate. All right, there we go. Down. There's a lot of those spitters, and the thing is we don't really have anything near them to kind of get rid of them, so we're hoping lightning just bounces to them because as you can see they're very painful to deal with. All right, more cooldown reduction, we'll take it. We just need better quality upgrades. We're only getting commons right now, so rares and above would be very, very amazing. Let's just see what happens. Just trying to create more rocks for these things to run on because we want to kill them. They are very painful, the healers, of course, because they heal our damage. The one thing is though, why are they not walking towards us? So it's like they're not actually getting hit by our ability because they aren't walking towards us, and therefore they can just keep healing, and they will out heal our damage as well, which is irritating. Okay, we can go for the arcane broadsword. So we've got a melee defense as well. So if things get too close, we can deal with them. I walked into an enemy over there, so that's not really great. I thought maybe I hurt myself there, but we didn't. It was an enemy that did that. Get these guys to explode a bit. Okay, increase our spell damage. It is a common upgrade. Let's go damage. New objective. What is it? Seal the rift. Great. We've just been having the most amazing luck with our objectives right now. Okay, we are quite fast. I'm going to take more movement speed as well, so we can run quite far away from them before they start to spawn in their mass numbers. So at least we've got something going for us over here. We will be able to get a lot of the rift done and dusted before we get outnumbered. So at least our tactical revives should work really well. At least that's what we're hoping. This is actually, that's working a whole, ooh, I don't know, we got very lucky there, I think. We do get the rare Veil of Haste. I'm actually going to die just because of our life, so we can get a good augment if possible. There we go, completed it. Let's go and take pickup radius, or pickup cooldown, sorry. The objective did get done. And there's Rocky Road, the end of the trail creates an explosion. Let's go and grab that again. So if we want the explosions to occur more often, then we need to try and keep the trail a certain length. Well, at least that's what I think. So there you go. You could see the explosion. You also got to keep in mind the explosion can hit you. But I don't know. I don't know what the best I don't know if a lot of people play the skill, so I can't even be like, yo, what's the best way to build this? Because to me, I feel like, oh, maybe duration is really good for it, because at least, you know, you get to deal more damage. But if I keep the duration lower, then doesn't that mean I can control it a bit better? We still will get more duration. I remember talking to this about this to someone already, but unfortunately it was some time ago, so I unfortunately forgot what it was that they said. So you know who you are, you can just remind me down in the comment section. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, because I know you knew quite a bit about Rocky Road, and you gave me a different idea. Okay, increased spell size. We do get a legendary one. Again, that's duration, so I am happy to take it. That's really, really good. It is legendary, so we're happy with that as well. I guess it makes it linger a little bit more. But this is actually going a lot better than I thought it would, especially since it's hardcore. Now, I don't know if that's because of our Rune Burst and Arcane Broadsword, but we definitely having a decent time over here. Only 3 more levels left on the skill until we are able to 2 more levels until we get the next infusion. And then if we get thunder, that's okay. It obviously increases our clear. But something like fire or acid will make it a lot better or easier to kill things. So that will increase the damage, but thunder will also increase the clear. And you can see things definitely dying here in the background as well, which is really nice. So we're definitely getting the XP we need. We're going to grab the base damage increase. That is better than percentage or additional damage. So when you can, if it's better than your other options, always take the general upgrades like base damage and Veil of Haste. Gonna repeat that every single video until it's like ingrained in everyone, including myself. You also got to remember that sometimes I speak to remind myself of these things as well. So yes, you probably do know it, but I like to repeat myself. I'm going to take the luck. I think 2 luck is more valuable to us than 2 crit. And then now we can go for Solar Pulse. So we've got even more melee or close-up defenses. So Rune Burst, Solar Pulse, and Arcane Broadsword, very, very good. Very, very close up to you. So I do like that. And then we're using our Trail to deal all the rest of the damage to everything around us. So I think we're in a good spot with our skills. We do need to keep our life up now though, so that the Rocky Road, we can reroll our augment, our level 3 and 4 augments, so we can get a 4 augment Rocky Road. And I know people are normally say, oh, you need the augments on the skills to make them deal a lot of damage. I think Rocky Road is actually dealing quite a lot of damage without the augments. Remember, the augments an explosion or to do X or Y. Also, while I'm... Okay, we got to go to the armor. I completely forgot about the relics. So let's go and grab the relic as well. We got to find it. We did get the perfect objective for relic hunting as well. So we're not going to worry about XP anymore. We're just going to worry about the relic. Normally I pick the relic up at like level 16 and we're now level 27. So we're a little bit behind. If we do get joint protection, it doesn't matter. Delayed fate is the only one that would have made a difference for. But we haven't really been re-rolling. We did re-roll once, I think now. But let's see what happens. We did get the legendary armor, so we should be able to walk into our own attack easily without taking damage. And I don't see a relic on the outskirts anywhere. I hope, there we go, there it is. Fantastic. Also very good reason to take yourself the other skills like your delayed fate. We don't have enough to reroll, so we're not going to reroll. Delayed fate's fine. And then we actually need a little bit more life. So let's see if we can keep things away from us. We will get more luck from delayed fates. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. We just mustn't re-roll anything. not the end of the world to do that. We'll grab the movement speed here. Very good for Rocky Road as well. So also very good for dodging enemies when you need to. And then we do get here, the spell occasionally creates sparks that deal critical damage. We will grab that. That sounds like a good one. I do wonder, oh, there we go. The sparks actually look different. So that's actually really, really cool. So visually it upgrades the spell to be really cool looking. So I've never actually noticed that. And I think that's really, really cool. So I hope you guys think that's really cool as well, because that little detail is actually fantastic. I would love to see things like that happen with some of the other skills, actually, where you get this little detail, like maybe Moonerang that also gets the crit on lingering or things like that. Maybe they can change the look of the skill while it's lingering or something like that. Because that finer detail like that is actually really, really cool. And at least it lets us know that, okay, that's going to be a crit. Or maybe it just means that can possibly be a crit and you're not necessarily going to be critting. But blow that up, blow this guy up. I'm just happy that they have enemies like these guys that explode, so we don't have to necessarily worry about killing everything. These things will kill themselves and things around them for us. Oh, that's... Oof, we dodged there. Very lucky dodge. That's why even if you have like 2% dodge, you always want to take it, because there's always a chance that you're able to dodge. But we get another Veil of Haste. We're going to grab it just because it is very, very good. But it is also just one more level until we've maxed out our skill. We dodged again. It was quite a risky dodge. I don't really want to reroll here because of the delayed fate. So we'll grab Arcane Broadsword cooldown. Don't really want to grab upgrades for the other skills, but it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, I should have rerolled. It would have been so much more satisfying having everything at level 1. Oh, man. Hindsight. Okay, you explode. Kill some stuff there for me. You explode. You explode. Yes, you all explode. I feel like Oprah Winfrey right now. You explode. You explode. You all explode. Okay, there is a relic over here, which I completely forgot about again. But hey, there is a relic there. At least we know it's there. We get a legendary arcane broadsword. I can't not take it, ladies and gentlemen. It is legendary. I mean, I could have not taken it, but I'm not going to not take it. We do get to crush the statues now. There's a Veil of Haste, so we can not take the legendaries over there. But we are going to see a lot more legendaries now because we actually do have quite a decent amount of luck. So there is that as well. I do just want to get the relic over here. Maybe our luck doesn't affect the relics, by the way. We do get offensive, defensive. We will grab that 100%. We did have joint protection there as well, but of course, the offensive, defensive, we've already got quite a lot of armor. So that was actually quite a lot of gains for us. So that was a very, very good upgrade to get Relic. Okay, we pick up another magnet over here. I actually have to backtrack. This corner is not very safe. And I'm now not picking up the upgrade for the skill. You know, we just need one more upgrade and we're not getting it. It's just typical. This is like Murphy's Law. When you don't pick that one upgrade up, you no longer get it ever again. And there's one more statue. Where are you, statue? We got 2 minutes to find it, so I'm sure we will find a statue somewhere on this side of the world. Just a lonely statue sitting here somewhere. Surely there is one on the side of the map somewhere. There we go. Perfect. So you explode. I am full life. So we do get to reroll if necessary. It was necessary. Come on. Double reroll. Look at that H. Oh my gosh, game. Come on. Alright, that's not really fair. I guess we'll take the Solar Pulse one. You take less damage when enemies are inside your spell area. I mean, we rerolled twice there. We didn't get to the augment. That's really, really unfortunate, but it is what it is. We can't really do much about that. You don't get anything for getting a double a fourth augment from the skill. So it doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice to have had. Also, there's an achievement for activating Rocky Road like 20,000 times. I don't know why it hasn't popped yet when I was on 14,000 out of that. Just shows you we still haven't activated it. We'll check at the very, very end. I was on like 14,000 out of the 19,000 necessary. It's just something interesting. I don't think it's that important. It is an achievement, so it's easy to get. You just need a lot of spell cooldown, which we've got. We've got a decent amount of spell haste on it. I guess maybe getting yourself more, not spells, yeah, spell size. I guess having more duration on the skill means it activates more, or maybe it only activates based on the actual skill cooldown. So we'll grab more cooldown if necessary. We were level 27 when we gained the delayed fate, somewhere around there. So we'll wait about till level 40, just to be safe with re-rolling. We do get another spell size, and now we get the... Okay, so we're going to go Thunder. I'm not taking the White Lightning. Last time we took Lightning on... Cold on the Rocky Road. It really was a bad idea, so we've learned our lesson. Cold's probably good with Solar Pulse, just because of how it works, but... I'm not going to be doing it. Although they did upgrade the cold so that the boss doesn't stand still constantly. They did make them more, not immune to it, but the boss doesn't really struggle with it too much. But Thunder, much better for damage as well as area of effect clear. So I'm happy with that. Alright, grab base damage. There's a big explosion. I mean, it wasn't that big actually. I'm just chilling. There is a lot of XP all over the place. That's just because we deal damage away from us. We're going to grab the spell damage rate over there. And then we've got the final boss coming. We could probably look for the relic to get ourselves more armor, like joint protection. That will be 38 extra damage. We're not a very high level, so I don't expect like miracles. But that's extra damage. It's quite a decent amount of damage as well. So it might be worth to look for the relic, although we'll see how quickly the boss can die. And then, although we do have a level 3 Arcane Broadsword, we are going to keep our levels based on general upgrades and just grab everything only for the Rocky Road. And this has actually gone way better than I thought it would be. So that's really, really interesting. We can increase base crit as well, considering we are going to sometimes crit or guarantee crits more likely. I'm going to assume it's on those parts that look different. I'm just assuming that. I could have been completely wrong about that assumption as well, so just bear that in mind as well. But, why would it visually change as soon as you get that augment if it doesn't actually change the skill? Okay, we can grab more crit chance, because that's a base increase to it, so we don't necessarily need the augment for the critting if every single time we do crit, if that makes sense. But if there was an option between like a legendary crit damage and like a unique, a rare crit chance, then we would go for the crit damage, of course, because we've got the chance to crit already. All right, now we got to try and keep this guy away from us. We want him to be near the end of the actual skill, which is a little bit difficult, as you can see, because we have quite a lot of spell range now. Although he started moving slow there for some reason. But yeah, I think we're in a very good spot here. We can actually go look for the relic, because moving is how we kill this guy anyway. I think my movement speed was actually too high for this. I think we should have maybe had a lower movement speed. Okay, let's see. We can go. Oh, I should have taken the damage over there. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we take the damage over there. That's why it wasn't the end of the world, you know, because we got another one. I do want to keep the boss at least within range of us dealing damage. As you can see now, we're not dealing damage to him. I can't go that way. There's too many enemies. We did get hurt there. We still got quite a few revives as well, so I'm not really worried about living or dying. The only issue is that it really takes a long time to kill him, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna reroll over here. Why am I not getting legendary upgrades for my rocky road? I think we're just gonna land up running like this, just so that he does run into it. And then also so I know I'm dealing damage to him. Do have to make sure we don't get murdered here though. So when we get to corners, I'm just gonna book it. And then we can start running in a weird shape again so that we can deal the damage to the boss. Because if we take too long, then we're going to die to the enemies anyway. So we don't want to spend too much time on the boss. We need to get him dead. Okay, we do lose a life here. It's not the end of the world. Make our way to in front of him. Perfect. Let's not take damage over here. Perfect. Oops. Alright, there we go. We did it. We didn't get the last relic. It's not really the end of the world. I wanted to try and finish that as quickly as possible. But there we go. 2,500 DPS on the rocky road. I did say I wanted to check how the quest worked for him. So it was an outfit one. And as you can see, we are literally 4 short of it. That is insane. 19,436 out of 19,440. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.